word, but I feel like Vemzii's typically the guy who's so cracked he almost calls the shots, but he's playing with Frosty. So he has to kind of, back down a little bit in his own ego. He usually is the ego guy, right? So I don't really know if Vemzii's going to feel 100% comfortable with Frosty today. Will they have good chemistry?
Well, I guess we'll see. We'll find into our first game. Frosty's top mid, and Vemzii just went down on the P side, and that could cost Frosty and them the camo. I don't think Vemzii got it, so that should leave the camo in the hands of Druk and SoulSnipe. And oh my God, Vemzii is just waiting around this corner. No, so the camo did get burned, Tony. So we're going to see a pretty even start between them, but it's all Druk and SoulSnipe early on in this game.
In a 2v2 situation, you do not want to be the first player to die, and so far, Frosty and Vemzii have done it twice. It's actually Vemzii who just got taken out. We have a 3-0 lead in favor of your red team squad, and SoulSnipe is now pushing forward as Druk gets the nade off on Frosty, and Vemzii's going to be taking, actually, he's one shot. Vemzii lives. I don't know how he lived in that situation.
that is what Vemzii does, man. His movement across the map, the way he gets out of slippery positions, he's like the deadliest catch on the Discovery Channel, man, because if you let him go, he's gonna absolutely take you out with him. But they do eventually find him, and this is about as hot of a start for Druk and SoulSnipe that you could ask for. SoulSnipe just loses the one-on-one versus Frosty. Vemzii comes in like the shining knight he is and finds that kill. So 2 big kills in the favor of Frosty and Vemzii to stop that railroading that was happening on those two. It seemed as if they couldn't get anything going. Now they have the position, Tony. They can calm it down a little bit, make sure they start playing with each other. One thing I'm noticing between these two, it seems as if they're playing very individualistic right now. I want to see them get together, have some of that team chemistry that we see between Druk and SoulSnipe.
I think what they're trying to do is, I think they're trying not to maybe like watch the same exact angles. They're trying to stay within arm's length of each other, which is a winning strategy, because once you get the opponent's team exactly where you want them, you can collapse from both sides and really take advantage. That's what twos is all about. Druk putting some great shots across map, great shots on Vemzii, great shots on Frosty, and Vemzii somehow finishes the kill before getting taken out. We have a 6-4 lead in favor of Druk and SoulSnipe.
Right, but camo's coming up, and Frosty's at P2. He can't get eyes on the camo, and you see Druk come out that door to stop him from looking down at the camo. That should reward SoulSnipe. He's made one shot. He loses that fight versus Vemzii, and Druk gets killed on the way, and I believe that's gonna give... Oh, no, the no camouflage picked up, so SoulSnipe got the burn on the camouflage, unless if Vemzii just left it early or something like that. But that should mean we've gone 2 camouflages without any camo play, right? So we've only seen pistols, we've only seen a team shot, and so far, that's favored Druk and SoulSnipe. Frosty and Vemzii seem as if they're starting to get more into a flow, though. When we saw them early on in this game, they were never helping each other. They seem just to take on individual fights. As I say this, Vemzii's just challenging his heart out on this player over at Car Bubble. Frosty wins his individual fight. So far, I mean, the one-on-one strategy, it seems to be working in the favor of Vemzii and Frosty now. It was a rough start, but they're starting to get it rolling in the right direction. They tied it up. We're basically 0-all. This next camouflage, to me, Tony, is going to be the big difference maker. Whatever team finally gets away with a camouflage, I believe will start building themselves a lead.
We are tied up at 7 apiece. Indeed, Gary. Now we're going to switch gears over towards the reigning MVP, who actually spots somebody top mid, and Mikey getting the first few shots, forcing Frosty to back down to try to stay alive. Now he's going to try to catch a different angle. He's going to catch both of them, still able to finish off SoulSnipe and forcing Druk to back down, and now we have a 1-kill lead in favor of your blue team squad.
Yeah, that's absolutely critical. Vemzii trapped at that bottom car, but he's going to try to get away, and get away he does. He gets back to Frosty, and we're going to see them just both take control of opposite bases. They're going to start trying to play for this P side, right? Because camouflage is coming up. Frosty knows there's a player to his left, and there's a player car 2. That player car 2 should be alone and for the pickings, but Frosty's hyper aware of Druk in the base. He lands down the shot. SoulSnipe wins his fight across the map. Frosty trying to win versus Druk. He does, but SoulSnipe eventually finds that kill, and that might give them the timing necessary to finally get some camo control. They have full P side. Druk just spawned there. Nades are coming in from car 2. SoulSnipe somehow lives, but the camouflage, oh my, I'm so curious as to what's happened with it. Druk just died from Vemzii underneath. SoulSnipe needs to check it. Oh man, I'm still not sure what happened to this camo, Tony.
The fact that he checked it makes me think that it actually was not up yet. Druk able to finish off that kill despite spawning from across the map here. Vemzii putting some good shots in, but catching a different angle towards P. And it's 7 minutes and 21 seconds on the game, so obviously that camo has not been a factor yet at all. You know what? I'm going to assume this next one, Gary, That's going to be the game changer. Still on board here with SoulSnipe.
Whichever one, because it really has just been trade for trade thus far. I mean, we saw an early lead from Druk and SoulSnipe that dissipated quickly when Frosty and Vemzii started getting into their groove. But ever since then, it's just been trade for trade. We've just seen teams winning one fight, the other player going down, and it's really just stalemating. It just feels as if we're in that early game in like a chess match where you're waiting for the tension to break in the middle of the board. Who will push the pawns forward and create some space for their team to work in?
Vemzii able to pick up another big kill on SoulSnipe, but he's actually one shot and somehow picks up the reversal medal and defying Druk. Now they have a 3-kill lead in favor of Frosty and Vemzii. That was absolutely insane. Great double kill coming from Vemzii. We're going to hop on board with him because clearly he is hot.
Absolutely. It's so hot. 14-11. 3-kill lead has opened up for Frosty and Vemzii, and they're trying to keep the pedal to the metal. You see them just aggressively pushing these players over at car, but Druk and SoulSnipe have done a wonderful job positioning themselves to make their kills hard. But SoulSnipe's going to die, and that's going to leave Druk all by his lonesome, and he shouldn't survive for long as Frosty moves back to P2. And I can't believe, I'm not sure why Frosty pushed out back to P2, because they had Druk isolated by himself. I felt like that should have been a free and easy kill for these two, but they opt not to go for it.
You know what? You're right. I don't know why they opted not to, but you're going to switch gears over towards Druk, who actually put some good shots in, but SoulSnipe going to get rewarded that kill. Now coming in for the bait and switch action. He's going to go down, and Vemzii somehow picks up the stick. That's a beautiful play by him. He was dead to rights. It was great. It was great teamwork coming out of Druk and SoulSnipe, but a better individual play coming out of Gabriel, the young man named Vemzii.
And we just saw it for the first time, Tony. The camo, we finally saw what happened to it. They tried to pick it up. I was thinking, is there no camo on this map? Am I going crazy? We haven't seen it play an impact, but they're just so hyper aware of it, right? These guys are so good at twos. They know how devastating a good camouflage player can be, and they've allocated all of their resources to getting there and making sure that camo can play no impact. And thus far, it really has not. And we see a 2-kill lead for Frosty and Vemzii. They have the control for now. And honestly, what needs to happen for Druk and SoulSnipe to come back in? Is it the camouflage? Is it the noob combo? Is it the tac magnum? Is it them just starting to hit better shots? We'll see, because this lead is starting to grow and grow. They need to find something here and now.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, I think they're playing well. I mean, they start off with a 4-0 lead because of their teamwork. However, it's coming down to individual pivotal gunfights. And as of right now, Frosty's winning theirs. Vemzii, not that one right there. So it's like throwing a soul nade, if you will. But Vemzii has been really impressing me. Getting that nasty reversal 5 double kill, also getting off the sticks. Vemzii's winning individual pivotal gunfights. Druk and SoulSnipe are not playing bad, and they can easily step it up. There is still time here.
Vemzii taking some pressure from top mid, but he's so focused on Druk. He wants to help Frosty, and he's doing his best to do so. And that is a beautiful play from Vemzii. Those are the little micro plays, the awareness plays that you'll see from these top tier 2s players, where they're getting shot on the side at top mid and they don't care. They just move themselves to a different position, make sure that top mid player can't take care of them, go and help their teammate. They got that kill, and they keep their control. They keep the ability to apply pressure, and applying pressure they are as Frosty finds Druk. They have the 4-kill lead, but camo's up now. 32 was the time. Vemzii, does he see him? Yes, he does. SoulSnipe needs to win this fight. Vemzii goes down, but SoulSnipe's pen made one shot. Frosty trying to hit out the nades, but can't quite let them land. This is how they come back. It's all on SoulSnipe's shoulders. He has to use this camouflage to get them back into the game. And so far, he's gone +2, and they have them on their back foot. They know the spawn. You saw SoulSnipe immediately look. This is the opportunity that Druk and SoulSnipe have been waiting for.
I'm going to have to agree with you. We're on board here with a 20-year-old out of Wisconsin, Mr. Michael Gergis, a.k.a. Mr. SoulSnipe, who still has about 25% of that camo left. He actually popped Frosty a couple of times, but his teammate goes down. He's going to be by himself, not able to finish off Vemzii. Frosty going in for the kill. He's being annoying. He's being annoying, Garrett.
Yeah, but it's too much. Frosty's just too smart for that. He almost took down Vemzii. That's such a critical kill. He had to kill Vemzii before he got through that door. He's not able to do so, and that should cut that comeback off. I just don't see any other way. They're just gonna have to win every individual from here on out, and that just seems like an impossible task when you have two players like Vemzii and Vemzii and Frosty. You see Vemzii just won a 1v2. Frosty eventually comes in. We're just 1 kill away from our first game going in favor of Frosty Frosty and Vemzii. Frosty not quite able to land that last shot, but Druk's been made one shot, and it should just be a matter of time before Vemzii comes in and gets that last kill.
24-21 lead in favor of your blue team squad, aka Frosty and Vemzii, but they cannot get, I mean, hey, don't get too happy. I mean, they can easily get taken down, and now everything going, now the momentum is swinging in favor of Druk and SoulSnipe. They're only 2 kills behind. It's doable. I promise you, Garrett, it's doable.
I guess it's not over till it's over, and Druk and SoulSnipe are proving why you say that, because they just got out of the stickiest situation. It seemed as if everything was going off against them. Druk was trapped in that bottom base. He somehow lives. They find an individual kill on Frosty across the map, and now Vemzii's by himself. He wants to make sure they can't get away with this camouflage. If Druk or SoulSnipe grab this camo, get away, and then use that camo to find picks, they absolutely could make the comeback happen. We're talking about a 24-20 game that they would come back into. 5 uncontested kills in order to win this game. But SoulSnipe's been found out from P3. He drops P1. Vemzii has the camouflage, but he's killed from Druk. We're tied up 24. Oh, Frosty's getting shot at the bottom base. He has a one-on-one. He's made one shot. They push through. The comeback's complete. SoulSnipe and Druk have done it. What in the world did we just witness?
Garrett, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna lie. I said I did say don't count them out, but in my head I was like, okay, it's only one more kill. There's no way they're gonna throw this. And SoulSnipe and Druk clawed their way back into it, take the win, 25-24. And ladies and gentlemen, that was only game number 1. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
I had them out. I saw no shot. I was like, literally no shot. Druk's blinking one shot underneath the base. There's no way they let him get out. And then all of a sudden, he gets away. He lives. They find kill after kill. And the biggest kill, in my opinion, was that death that Frosty had by himself over at that car door. That left Vemzii by himself at the P door. Ever since that happened, it came back. It wasn't even 20-24. It was 19-24, Tony. What in the world did we just witness?
I mean, there's no way to put it. We witnessed a choke. That was a winnable game coming in from Frosty and Vemzii, and I know for a fact neither player is happy with that one. They choked. They threw it away. That was their game to win. Druk and SoulSnipe stepped it up, which, by the way, I'm saying that Frosty and Vemzii choked. I don't want to take anything away from these 2 young men. Druk and SoulSnipe, in order to complete the choke, I mean, you have to step it up, and that's what they did. They won those pivotal gunfights. They knew what they had to accomplish, and they executed, Gary. That was excellent. And again, I can't say this enough. That was only game number 1, Gary. That was only game number 1.
I think we might be going the distance, Tony. That would, oh man, I want it to happen. I mean, I want it to be 5 games, 24-24 every single time. Show why Money Tuesday is the best show around. We have the best competitors playing at their top level, and that's what we witnessed. I mean, talk about the ice from Druk and SoulSnipe not to get themselves down and out when you're down by that much. That's that chemistry that we talked about. They've been teaming with each other since 2018 with that Anaheim Pirates roster at that DreamHack Atlanta event where they got top 5. I mean, I think they finished 4th place in that, or no, top 6. They got top 6. They lost the splice to get top 6 at DreamHack Atlanta. Ever since then, they've just stuck it out with each other, kept grinding, kept getting better, and now we've seen them finally rise. The cream has risen with these 2, and they're ready to take on anyone when it comes to Halo 5.